Stand on your mat, hands to your heart center. Feeling the just healing quality of your breath, of allowing yourself to receive a deeper breath. And as you're receiving a fuller breath, that you can feel the lungs expanding and just that return, that the breath is our life force. And as you're breathing, you can feel just the curves and the movement along your spine, our nervous systems either being underworked or overworked right now, and that physical quality of feeling held and creating the container to hold the space for ourselves so we can really heal more fully. As we stand here tall, we acknowledge our own light. We acknowledge our own ability to feel supported by the breath, this moment, our practice, our life, our journey. And we call on the highest and pull down a divine ray of love and protection and draw a circle around yourself, your home, your community, this planet, this world, this moment. And we call on the highest good, harm to none. Watch what's already happened to your breath, what's going on in the mind, what's going on in your body. Honor the commotion of your heart. And restore your faith. Our faith is what will allow us to move forward in any moment that we feel depleted or confused or just challenged by the tension of life. So come back to your own intention, the intention of just using our practice so we can really be a healing agent, so we can really double down on self-care and self-love. The next time you inhale in, at the top of the inhale, just pause. Honor and expand. Open up to the bigger picture, open up to grace, open your heart, and then exhale out completely. Inhaling in again, at the top of the inhale, pause. Expand. Feel the expansive quality of your own light. And the light that's holding us all together, that invisible string that connects each and every one of us. And then exhaling all the way out. Inhaling in. This time just honoring all that you are and all that you feel and all that you hope to be. And exhaling out, allowing. You're going to let your hands relax down, let your head turn down, open your eyes, looking to the earth. Hands go wide, inhale the arms overhead, and then just exhale the hands straight through that center line, right through the midline of the body. And then inhaling, arms go wide, feel that expansive energy, and then coming back to your own center, your own connection. One more time, inhaling, arms wide, opening up, and exhaling, solidifying the connection to you. Pause at your own heart center. Big full breath in. And then exhale, hinge at the hips, bend the knees. You're going to fold forward, bring your elbows to your thighs, right? So I might have just interrupted the flow. And just feeling the tension of when that flow gets interrupted. It's being interrupted on every level right now. So just observe your own inner world and then move the head around. Not at yes, not at no, circle it around. And then come all the way back to the center, touch the earth. Feel the muscles waking up in your legs. As you touch the earth, you're just gonna inhale and straighten just your left leg. I know I have a big baggy sweater on. Exhale, bend both knees, relax your neck and jaw. Inhale, now just work the right leg towards straight. It may not straighten. Exhale, both knees bend. Relax the neck and jaw. Inhale. And just feel the tension in your own body. Feel the physical or the mental tension. Maybe it's still hard to do virtual yoga. I get it. Believe me, I get it. Exhale, bend the knees, but that doesn't mean we stop showing up. Inhale, straighten the left. Exhale, bend the knee, and then inhale, straighten the right. Feel the tension that's in the back, the hamstring, the hips, the neck, wherever it is. Exhale, bend the knees. Because the only way you can be a healing agent is to name what's there, to identify what's there. Bend the knees, roll the spine up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Head comes up last. Inhale the arms forward. Stretch them up overhead. We're going to hold on to the left wrist. Exhale over to the right. Waking up that whole sideline. Inhale, come up through the center. Hold on to the right. Exhale over to the other side. Go to each side 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach over. And that number 3 is sacred. And it's just reminding us that we're in a constant cycle of renewal. And if we can remember that we're in that constant cycle of renewal, then we can actually allow what needs to fall away so that we can truly rebuild. Inhale, come all the way up through the center. Hinge at the hips, elbows to your thighs. Breathe into the back body, let the head move around, soften the chest, strong through the legs. Pull that strength to the midline, your outer shins, your outer hips, your shoulder blades. Palms come to heart center. 3 breaths here. Deep breath in, deep breath out. So what we're going to do is we're going to shift. We're going to step the left foot back. You might want to bring the hands to the earth to shift, or just challenge yourself a bit. Hands to heart center, shoulders to the back. Pull into the belly. You're going to glide the left foot back, high lunge. So if your hands were to the earth, you're going to slowly walk them up. Pull that strength back to your center, hands to the heart. 3 breaths here. Big, deep inhale in and a deep exhale out. Keep the strength in your legs. I'll take this off so it's easier to see how to line up. Pull the strength into your legs, into your core, shoulders to your back. Give the container for yourself and observe what all is there. Now, hands can come to the earth. You can step it forward or palms together, draw into the belly. Left foot steps forward, comes underneath you. Exhale, fold, elbows to your thighs. Pause here. Relax the neck and jaw. So believe it or not, even though this is a bit challenging and physical, it's still accessible, okay? And in that accessibility, what we're doing is we're giving more stability through our legs to clear any tension that can be in the low back. And because so much of our world is shifting right now, this tension in the back can be pretty fierce. Big breath in, big breath out. Hands to heart, shoulders to your back. Yes, your legs should be talking. Draw into the belly. Again, you can bring the hands to the earth and just step the right foot back and then come up. Or hands to heart center, pull into that core, shoulders to the back, hug to the midline, right foot lifts up, it glides back. So you can trust that you have the room to move. Pull back in, feel that length, clear, stretch up through the roof of the mouth. Don't sink down and drop down. Feel the container of your own being, honor it, show up for it, breathe with it, so that as you breathe into it, you can restore the faith and know that so much more is being healed within you so that you have more to offer out. Either hands to the earth and step forward, or pull the foot up and in, foot comes underneath you, and then exhale. We'll all bend the knees, elbows to the thighs. Relax the neck and jaw. Hands to the earth. Inhale, just the right, left leg goes straight, Pulling up into the back waistline. Exhale, bend the knee, and then inhale, just the right leg moves towards straight. You're pulling into the core to clear the back. Exhale, bend the knees. You're gonna feel a stretch in the hamstring, but we're not forcing anything. Exhale, bend the knees, relax the neck and jaw. Libra season. When there's that little air spiral thing, I'm going to be talking about a lot of stuff that has to do with the mental and the way we fight and use our intelligence to bring forward justice. And in this time, we're trying to feel the balance of energy. Exhale, bend both knees, relax the neck and jaw. Roll the spine up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Strong through your core, arms sweep up overhead. Just one time, hold on to the left wrist, stretch to the right. Inhale, come up through the center, just one time, stretching over to the left. Both feet are heavy. Inhale, come all the way through the center. Palms come together, elbows bend. Push the hands together, lift the head, lift the heart, open the chest, big full breath in. Exhale, hinge at the hips, elbows to your thighs. Feel the connection to the breath, and we're just feeling a rhythm here. And in the repetition, we can find how we can renew our sins. So maybe this, I'm going to show it this time, hands to the floor. You're going to draw into the belly, left foot steps back. Pull into that strength and inhale, rise. As you rise, open the heart. Feel the connection. This time, hands come up overhead. Palms are pushing together. Elbows pull to the midline. The forearms are going to be parallel or not back behind the head. Or parallel, pulling in, lift up, open the heart. Big full breath in. And then either step the foot forward into chair pose or hands come to the earth, foot steps forward. Exhale, knees bend. We all return here. Full breath in, full breath out. You either bring your hands to your heart and glide back, or hands touch the earth. Right foot goes back. Strong through the center. Inhale, rise. So use the muscular engagement in a way to hold you, and hold you in a way that you can allow for healing. By the way, healing's not easy. It can usually be pretty uncomfortable, but it's worth it. Elbows come to the middle, shoulders come to the back, forearms are parallel, lift up, open the heart. Meet yourself where you are. You have authority. It's so powerful that you get to choose how you want to engage. Exhale the hands to the earth. Inhale, step it forward, or maybe you just came to your heart. Bend the knees, elbows to your thighs. Big deep breath in, deep breath out. Pull into that strength. Fingertips come to the earth one time. Inhale, pull into the waistline. Relax the neck and jaw. Exhale, bend the knee. One time, right leg. Inhale. Feeling the clearing. Exhale, knees bend. Chin to your chest. Roll the spine up. Inhale, arms overhead. Elbows bend. Palms push together. Elbows hug in. Arms move back. Legs are hugging in. Feet push to the ground. Inhale, lift the heart. So what do you want to really do justice? Hopefully you want to do your heart justice, your soul, the evolution of you and humanity as a whole. Big full breath in, and then exhale, hinge at the hips, elbows to the thighs. Same thing, your version. Honor you, honor your truth. Meet yourself where you are today. Maybe you come back and do this. Maybe you're watching the replay. Maybe you're with me live. Find it. Return to it and just return to how you need to take care of you. Hands to your heart, shoulders to your back. Either hands to the earth, but we're all going to glide the left foot back. Pull into that strength. Inhale, the arms go overhead. Elbows bend, shoulders to your back. Open the heart. Do your light justice. Be that healing agent. And then inhale, lift the heart up. As you exhale, you'll come forward. We'll all bend the knees, elbows to the thighs. Big full breath in, full breath out. Pull into that center. Either connect to the earth or connect to the heart. We'll glide the right foot back. Strong to the core, strong to the midline, strong to our center. Arms overhead, elbows bend, lift the heart, open the throat. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then become upright, step it forward. Find that connection again. Inhaling all the way in. Exhale, hands to the earth. This time do the right side first. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, bend. Knees bend, chin to your chest. Roll the spine up. All the way overhead. Big breath in. Hold on to the left wrist, stretch to the right. Inhale up through the center. Hold on to the right, stretch to the left. Inhale, come all the way through the center. Palms come together, elbows bend, shoulders to your back. Big full breath, open the heart. And then hinge at the hips all the way to the earth this time. 3 breaths here. Inhale, spine grows long. Hug the outer hips in, shoulders to your back. Exhale, bow. Inhale, spine grows long. Notice how sitting with the tension of the legs and being physical and being with integrity in the movement because you honored yourself. Exhale, bow. You've cleared it out. Bend both knees, step back, downward dog. Or at least you know that clearing is possible. Spread through your fingers, feel the ground holding you. And as the ground holds you, lift your heels, bend your knees, drop into the belly, relax the neck and jaw, soften the heart, then feel the strength through the lines of your arms and the lines of your legs. Stretch out through the heels, 2 big breaths here. Let the head move around. You're going to inhale the right leg to the sky. Circle the right ankle. As you circle the ankle, move it in the other direction as well. Get into your toes. And then bend the right knee. Both arms stay strong. Inhale, open up the right hip. Bend the left knee so you can stay strong through that left sideline. And then inhale, square it off. Bring the right foot to the earth. Push into the ground. Stretch long, so realign with you. 2 breaths here and just feel the renewal that comes from engaging. This is what it means to be a healing agent. It means you pause. It means you reflect. It means that even as you engage with awareness and compassion so that you can renew. Inhale, left leg goes up. Circle the left ankle around. And just we were really powerful on the feet and that beginning flow. So let it clear out, right? Let it renew and then bend the knee, open the hip. You're gonna bend the right knee so you can pull up into that right core line even more. Relax the neck and jaw, just big freedom, big opening. Just a reminder that it's there. And then exhale, foot comes to the ground. Stretch it out long. Yes, hello, arms. They're doing the work for us. Big breath in, big breath out. So we'll give them a break. Inhale, come forward into a plank pose. We'll respect and honor. Knees come down, or they can stay up. Bend your elbows all the way to the ground. We'll respect and honor that the arms just held us up. Walk the hands wide. Find your fingertips. Elbows lift up. Area in the shoulders going to be soft. Inhale, lift your legs. Exhale, legs anchor down. Inhale, curl the heart up. Exhale, heart melts down. Okay, cobra push-ups. Inhale, legs lift. Exhale, legs melt. Inhale, curl the heart up. Exhale, get really connected to the breath. So we've used our bodies. We've been physical, so let the breath come through more fully now. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bow down. Last time with the legs. Inhale, legs lift. Exhale, legs melt down. Pillow your hands. Center the forehead to the earth. As you exhale, you're going to bend your knees. Circle the ankles if you need. I'm almost always circling my ankles, by the way. And then exhale the feet over to the left. Inhale through the center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, come back through the center. Stretch your legs out. Lift the head. Bring your legs in line, right? You're going to tuck your toes. Knees can push down, thighs are going to pull up, okay? Hands come under the shoulders. Now what we're going to work on here is it's going to be challenging, but we really want our body, at least I do, okay? This is personal. I really want my body to continue to be healthy. Like it's feeling old right now. It felt really old this morning when I got up because my back was really hurting. I worked in the yard for probably 7 hours on Sunday, and it's taking me a long time to recover. So hands under the shoulders, meet yourself where you are. How can you care for yourself in this moment that you can challenge yourself in a way that's still healing, that's still compassionate? So hands under the shoulders, shoulders to the back, knees push down, thighs lift up. The tail has to stretch back so your belly, push the hands to the earth, lift the chest up off the ground, and then inhale, come all the way up. You're going to keep your toes tucked, stretch your hips back, and just find the length in the spine. Relax the neck and the jaw. Connect to the curves of the spine. Honor those curves that are yours, and then push into the earth. Inhale through the inner thighs, hips lift up, stretch out, downward dog. So we're going to add on. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Circle the ankle if you want. Bend the knee. Bend both knees. Stay really connected through that left sideline. Inhale, open the right leg up. And then exhale, step the right foot through to a lunge. Help it out. If the foot doesn't make it, you can come down onto your knee and climb it forward. Help it out. Back knee's going to lift. Pivot the back heel to the floor and quarter turn to the long edge of the mat. Feet are wide. Feet are turned in. Exhale, fold over. Find those gecko arms. Hands go wide. Elbows lift up. Shoulders draw in. Feet hug in. And then exhale, bow. Nod the head yes. Nod the head no. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Push into the earth. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Bend your knees so you're softer in your being. Turn the right foot out. Right hand is either going to use a block. I know, sneaky of me, they're hiding. Or it can stretch, push into the earth, or it can hold on to the ankle. If using a block, you're going to push into the block. If you're not using anything, realize that the leg may not go all the way straight, okay? So meet yourself, be kind to yourself. And as you're there, you're going to push into the earth, the thighs move back, pull into the belly, shoulders draw into the back, and inhale. Triangle pose. Big deep breath in, into the core, stretch long, open through the heart, but connect. What's the center line? How are you engaging with it? If you're all engaged in the mind, and the mental experience of it, in that tension that's real, will pull out of our bodies. So part of the reason why yoga is such a powerful practice for healing is that it puts us into our bodies. Big deep breath in. And then exhale, bend the knee, hand to the earth. You're going to move back into downward dog. And if you can, you're going to stretch the right leg up to the sky. Bend both knees, big full breath in, and then inhale, square it off. Foot to the floor, push through your hands, stretch through your hips. Big inhale, big exhale. So the flow is still slow and mindful and conscious. Inhale, left leg lifts. Circle the ankle if you need. Bend both knees, open the hips, staying extra charged, extra contained through that right side because it's holding, it's supporting, it's allowing you to sustain the expression. When we drop, we're out of our bodies, right? We want to be in our body right now. Inhale, square it off. Step the foot all the way through. Foot's grounded. Pivot, wide-legged forward bend. Prasarita Padottanasana. Hands go wide into those gecko arms. Elbows go wide, shoulders drawn. If you need to, bend the knees. That way when you get settled, you can get more grounded into your feet, and then you hug back into the center and expand. Feel just the power of being on your mat and all the challenges, all the tension that might continue to surface. You're connecting and it's enough. And that's enough right now. That means you're just valuing your own energy, you're respecting, you're honoring, you're supporting, you're letting your system know it's safe, and that will give you more room to move through the feelings. Inhale, lengthen the spine, pivot. You're going to turn the left foot out, okay? Use the block or don't use a block. If you bring your hand to your ankle, you're not pushing. You're not pushing your shin back. You're actually holding that ankle and you're pushing into the floor so your calf can really fire up so that as you extend, you're not just dumping. You're actually containing, and you're using that physical container to allow the energy and the alignment and the healing qualities of the pose to come forward. As you expand the thighs back, hug the outer hips in two, push into the earth, so when you lengthen with clarity. It's graceful not because it just looks pretty. That's just kind of a side effect of grace. It is graceful because there's ease in the body. And even though you're efforting and you're working really hard, there's a comfort. There's a connection. You can feel the shift that's happening within you. Every pose, honestly, is a healing agent. But we have to engage with it in the wholeness of ourselves, not just one side. Exhale, bend the knee, hand to the earth, back heel lifts. So you're going to go into a three-legged dog from here. Of course, if you need to step into dog pose, go for it. Draw into the belly. Left leg goes up. You're going to bend both knees, open the hip one more time, and then inhale, square it off. Both feet to the ground. Hands are to the ground. Really strong. Hold the system. Hold the system of you that's mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all of you connected. And it's that integration of those parts that allows for more coherence and integrity. Inhale, come forward into a plank pose. Knees high or low, belly's lifted, elbows bent, shoulders are to your back. You're not leading with your head. You're in a clear alignment all the way to the earth. Feet point back, gecko fingers, gecko arms, elbows lift up, soften the heart. Inhale, curl the chest. Exhale, bow the heart down. Inhale, lift the legs. Right? So we're flowing today. We're using the breath. Inhale, curl. But we're using it with consciousness and compassion. Inhale, legs lift. So we're not engaging so physically that we're bullying our own energy. Exhale, bow down. But rather, we're really honoring and respecting. Inhale, the legs up. Exhale, legs down. Inhale, curl the heart so that we can clear. And in that clearing, we can restore. Inhale, legs lift. Exhale, legs anchor down. Pillow the hands, head to the earth. Rock the hips from side to side. Bend the knees. Circle the ankles to just feel a full clearing from that heart all the way to your roots. Roll your feet over to the left. Inhale through the center and roll the feet to the right. Inhale, come through the center, stretch your legs out long. Now, when I stretch my legs out long, my feet really need to go here. So what I can do is pause and feel, and I know that's actually not in alignment for me, but it's evidence that my back cleared. So I'm just going to tuck the toes and lift the thighs and walk my legs back in. So I'm using my whole body to find alignment. I'm not just moving my feet and asking everything else to follow. It takes a lot of internal connection, but that's how it's so healing. Hands come under your shoulders. The elbows hug in, not so tight that you can't move the shoulders. So it's a connection to how the opposing energy supports the whole. Shrug the shoulders up, shoulders to your back. Tuck your toes. Knees push to the ground. I even need to walk my knees in to get more connection, to plug in more fully. Draw into the belly, and then we're just going to push up off the earth a little bit, and then all the way up. Now, it may not have worked out so well, so we just practice. We just practice. There was quite some time I could not do that in my life, so I keep showing up for it. I continue to let it be part of the practice. Here we go, round 3. Inhale, right leg lifts. Bend both knees, open the hip. So at this point, we've really created the pattern, and the pattern is keeping us strong, conscious, aware, and compassionate. Inhale, square it off. Step it through to a lunge. Pivot the back heel. Turn. Prasarita Padottanasana. Full breath in. Full breath out. Gecko arms. Melt the heart. Bend the knees if you need to. Clear out. Release whatever is feeling blocked. And then reconnect, realign, and remember of all that energy you're clearing and healing. And while it feels like you're only doing it for yourself, your intention is what matters. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Pivot, right foot. We're going to go into triangle pose. Bend the knee so that you can realign. So we have to settle and soften. That settling and softening is such, I'm going to be talking about for the next 2.5 years, that settling and softening and receiving is what we have to make a priority, okay? Push through your feet, and then as you connect, engage, lengthen, so the thighs are moving back, the outer hips are hugging in, it happens all at the same time. Spine's long, arm goes up. You could look up, but if it pulls everything out of whack like it has for me, look to the earth, even let the head go, and open the heart more. Feel free to stay here, otherwise we're going to shift and come into half moon. Right? Ardha Chandrasana. Be where you need to be, making the shift, right? We're making a 90-degree angle with our legs. So 90-degree angles create squares, squares create challenges. Feel the tension, but you also know, I'm guessing, you know that you're not going to be here forever. And so this is why we're in the repetition of 3s today, is so we can feel the ability to repoise ourselves again and again and again, and we know things will shift. We're going to go into warrior 2, so even if you're in triangle pose, you'll bend the knee and come up. Otherwise, bend the knee, bring the foot to the earth, get grounded. Remember, soften, reflect, pause, find the feet, and then inhale. Virabhadrasana 2. Be that open, receptive, clear, connected agent that's healing and committing to their own healing so they have more compassion and consciousness and justice to offer the world. Big full breath in, and then exhale all the way to the earth. 3-legged dog. Right leg goes to the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip. Maybe both knees bend, maybe not. And then bring the foot to the earth. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Push your hands, stretch through the spine, breathe fully. And then inhale, left leg lifts. Bend the knee, open the hip. Stay strong, shoulders are even, connected. Step the foot through. Heel pivots and turn. Hands go wide so you give yourself the space to hold more of your own energy. And as you hold your energy, invite in, if you need more light, invite it in. Call on the highest, ask for the guidance, feel supportive, feel the love. Don't bully yourself to feel something different than what's there. Just honor and allow. And then if you feel just joyful and elated, offer that pure light back out. Inhale, lengthen the spine, pivot, turn. Knee bends, hand to the ground. Feel a connection. So if you bend the knees, you can get settled into your hips. Feel more of that release. Letting go of the tension so we can come back to our intention. And then open up, triangle pose. You can look up. I'm all out of whack looking up today, so I'm going to respect that. Not only do I feel it in the neck and shoulders, I feel it in the hips, so it's just not optimal for me. There's nothing wrong. It's just recognizing what's optimal, and that's how you do your life justice. That is how you are a healing agent, because you can be aware of the truth and then honor it within yourself. And then your being knows it's safe and supported so that you can be an example or you can be that energy out in the world. Stay here or shift the weight forward. Notice I'm heel-toeing my back foot in. That way I can feel the vulnerability I have in my low back today. I can be mindful of it, but I also know I have access to this pose. So if I didn't know I had access to this pose, I would have stayed in triangle pose because those first few steps, I would have created uncertainty. And rather than push through the uncertainty when the skies hold a lot of tension, it's not time to be risky, right? It's time to do the work. It's time to show up. It's time to be a healing agent. This is why we do yoga, right? You may not teach yoga, but you may practice yoga, or maybe you do teach yoga. What is it you're showing up for? That's your intention. Exhale, bend the knee. We're going to go to warrior 2. Foot comes down. Get grounded. Pause. Soften. Reflect. It's sacred. Push into the earth. Inhale. Come up. Warrior 2. Feel that strength, that volume. And if you fell over or if it didn't go smoothly, let go of the beating yourself yourself up. Say, wow, man, I'm really hard on myself today. I'm enough. This is just enough. I'm showing up in a way that really is supporting me. You're doing more by being here than if you were just thinking about it. Big breath in, and then exhale, hands to the earth. Back heel lifts. Left leg goes to the sky, three-legged dog, bend the knee, open the hip up, and then inhale, square it off. Both feet to the ground. Connect, breathe into that full connection. Right? Even my mind was like, let's go, let's go. We get caught up in the momentum. We want to use our practice as a place to be in the discomfort and pull back. Honor the system of ourselves, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, the system that we're part of. We live on this earth. We're part of a solar system. I can't imagine what would happen if Jupiter just fell out of the everything. I think we'd all be screwed. So those are how my thoughts work. So sorry. So come back to your own heart. Your heart is a symbol of the sun. And come back to that faith that lights the way for us all. Inhale, plank. And then do it justice. Respect it. Honor it. Knees high or low. Elbows bend all the way to the earth. Last time. Gecko Cobra. Push-ups. Elbows lift. Shoulders to your back. Lift into the core. Heavy through the feet. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, legs lift. Exhale, legs anchor. Inhale, curl the heart up. Be with your breath. Receive the inhale. Receive the exhale. Receive the inhale, the openness of the heart. Receive the surrendering of the heart. Inhale, legs lift. Exhale, legs anchor. Pillow the hands, head rests. Bend the knees. Free the feet. Exhale the feet over to the left. Inhale through the center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale through the center. Both feet come to the earth. 3 breaths here. Just breathe into your own energy. Breathe into the curves, the movement of you. This is where the healing happens. Inhale, lift through the roof of the mouth, the head's gonna lift. We're gonna roll over onto our backs. Once you come all the way to your back, maybe you're so brilliant and you're like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do in repetition here? It's gonna be sweet, it's gonna be fun. There's gonna be moments for challenge, and I really am going to remind you, you hold authority in everything in life. The power of choice is so profound that they created a whole theory of it for counseling, okay? Choice theory. It's called reality therapy. It's something that I have studied and respect immensely. But I also have a lot of air, and when you have a lot of air in your makeup and your constitution and your wheelhouse and your dosha, all of it, then the choice piece is really powerful. So all the Gemini energy in the room, we know that choice is imperative. Feet are grounded, hips are grounded, shoulders are to the back, throat's open. Here we go. We're just going to inhale into bridge pose, right? My elbows are bent because I feel more connection to my heart with my elbows bent. Now leading with the inner thighs, exhale the hips all the way down. Okay, we're just going to go through the flow. Inhale, the right leg goes up. Plug in. So as I picked my arms up, I release the back and the head, plugging in. So I'm doing a lot of alignment all in one breath. And then exhale, bend the right knee to the left thigh. No hands, head, jaw, shoulder are relaxed. Inhale the left foot up. Breathe into the lungs. Receive that fullness of the breath. Exhale, the left foot comes down. This is where you have to really tune in. Okay, arms come by your side, elbows bend. Right leg goes up, plug in, connect. The way we can be healing agents is if we connect and plug in and tune in to our own inner nature. This is what yoga is. Yoga is a practice and a discipline to know yourself, not to just push through and play the edge, but to know yourself in a way. Playing the edge is actually being willing to go inward and acknowledge the flaws, acknowledge the darkness, acknowledge the shadows, and hold yourself in a way that you can be conscious but still compassionate. Elbows bend, shoulders to your back. If you feel vulnerable, like I'm really listening right now, getting permission from my body, you might need to bring the foot down, okay? That's all good. Push into the earth, inhale. Ta-da! One-legged bridge. And then exhale, lead with the inner thighs. Hips are still hugging in as the inner thighs bring us down. Bend the knee, foot to the earth. Big full breath in. Big full breath out. Note both feet are on the ground. Shoulders are to your back. Throat's open. Respect the curves of you. Respect the energy of you. That's the only way we can heal is through the honor of who we are in our journey. Exhale. Lead with the inner thighs. So as the inner thighs are pushing down, your hips are resisting that action. Once the hips come down, so this is all one movement. I'm inhaling. I'm releasing the shoulders, the back, the head, and my foot goes up. A lot just happened at one time. Plugging in, reconnecting, realigning and affirming. Then the knee bends, ankle to the thigh. Inhale the right foot up. Use the breath. You can do whatever you want to with your arms. I tend to keep them bent. It's just more clear for my neck and shoulders. Exhale, the right foot comes down. Tune in, pay attention, because you might need to use the wisdom. This side, the body is giving you, the wisdom of your body is what the healing agent is. It will guide you in a way that transcends all data, all theories, all everything, because it's the energy of you. So check back in. I'm tuning in. I know this side's vulnerable. Shoulders to your back. I have permission, but I have to tune in majorly with my body right now because I could quickly destabilize something. So in that, I'm going to let all the strength in me support the area that feels vulnerable. And I have clarity. I'm wobbly. I'm not 100%. But I'm not putting myself in jeopardy. Big breath in. And then exhale. Hips come down. Foot comes down. Both feet on the ground. Realign, readjust. We're going to do it 2 more times. Inhale. Hips rise up. Bridge. Throat's open. Shoulders are to your back. Exhale. Hips come down. Inhale. Right leg goes up. Thighs are grounded. Release the shoulders. Plug in. Bend the knee, ankle to the thigh, inhale, the foot comes up. I remember last year, this time of year, I started flowing again. And everybody was like, whoa, who's that? Where'd she come from? It's who I've always been. I just learned that I move differently than other people. So come back here. If you need to, foot comes down, right? And then just inhale up into bridge pose. Still feel the muscular engagement. And then exhale, hips come down, right? Throat's open, shoulders are to your back. Inhale, hips rise. We'll go to the other side. And then exhale, hips come down. Tail gets really heavy. Thigh bones are plugging in. Shoulders release, head release, foot goes up. Replug, reconnect. Ankle to the thigh. Inhale the foot up. I'm a Libra rising. We talk about this is the age of Aquarius. Foot comes down. Inhale, left leg goes up. So you can go into that one-legged bridge, up and down, or both feet to the ground. Inhale, rise. And everybody talks about we're really in the birth of the age of Aquarius. However, I really feel like we're in the birth of Libra rising. It's just my own 2 cents. And when Libra rises, the archetype energy, exhale the hips down. That archetypal energy of air and that ability to be a leader, it's a cardinal energy to be a leader and to take action, shoulders to your back. Here we go, last round. Inhale your hips up and that leader, and how can we do justice to both the ways that we engage and the ways we receive. Exhale, so inner thighs are moving down, hips are hugging in, hips come to the earth. Inhale, leg lifts, heart melts, clear all the way up through the head. You use your whole body here, please. Exhale, inhale, feel the movement of the breath. It's just enough to breathe in. That's why we're doing it 3 times today. It's why I've tried to not add on too much in this last one, so that we can just find how repetition is how we refine, and that's the healing. Push into the earth, plug in, shoulders to your back. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, thighs. So here's where it's important. Inner thighs are moving down, but the outer hips are resisting it so that you can feel supported. Both feet to the ground. Realign, last side, last round. Inhale, rise up. Do your energy justice. Be aware of all those little bitty shifts and subtleties and nuances that can connect you to you. This is just a hamstring stretch, but it's really about getting the thigh bone to plug in so that when the right foot comes up right now, it's stable and it's steady. Exhale, the foot comes down. Inhale, the left leg goes up. Maybe the foot comes to the earth. Maybe the foot's up. Connect to the shoulders, throat's open, head pushes down, foot pushes down. Inhale, Ekapada, Setu Bandha Sarvangasana. Such a mouthful, but so much power in that. Lead with the inner thighs, hug the hips in. Head stays heavy, heart stays elevated. Hips come down, bend both knees. Both feet to the ground. Breathe here. Relax the shoulders, adjust, release the head. Inhale, arms go wide. The most favorable twist for me is to keep my feet on the ground, feet wide, and then let the knees go. I want you to find the twist that's most favorable for you. It's not the twist that gives you that like, oh yeah, man, that's an awesome twist. It's where your whole body can breathe. Where your whole being still has trust, where your whole being still feels supported, where you can acknowledge the areas that you're vulnerable, but you can hold steady and hold true to that truth of you, that you're resilient, that you have potential, that each breath gives meaning to your own soul. Exhale out completely, we'll go to the other side. Inhale up through the center, and exhale over to the other side. So each variation is how we get to know ourselves more fully. The repetition of the practice, the discipline of the practice, is to really be a disciple to our own light, to be the healing agent, to be more conscious, to cultivate the compassion for ourselves so that we can then offer it out. Exhale to your core. Inhale, knees come back through. Bring the knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Rock and roll from side to side. And we're just going to re-stabilize here. You're going to move your knees away from you slightly. Your hands are going to hug into your knees. Your knees are going to push away from you. We did a lot of one-legged, right? And we didn't move super fast. In no way was this a power flow, but it held great power, okay? And that power is hopefully to remind you of your own innate nature. So you're going to just push your hands into your knees into your hands. But if you're like me, I'm the ripe old age of 44, which is pretty, there's a great beauty to that. I feel like being 44 is such a privilege right now. It's full of hardships, but it's a privilege too. So your hands are pushing into your knees, your hands and your knees are pushing into your hands. What we're doing is we're just re-steadying, stabilizing. That maybe the movement was too much, maybe it wasn't enough. We're just respecting the closure. And just enough is a great mantra right now during this Libra season for anybody who tends to push hard and be a perfectionist. Bring the feet to the earth. Walk your legs out long. And adjust. Here we are in Shavasana, right? If we had that extra 15 minutes, we would have done other things, but it's enough. It's just enough. So just feel the whole energy of you, from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. Notice the energy around the mind. Is the mind still tense? Is there still a lot of tension? Is it still in that all the things? Because there's all the things going on. If so, let the head just roll from side to side. If you feel it in your neck, let the head's super heavy though, as it rolls from side to side. And then come back and breathe and feel your whole body again. Then check in with the neck and the shoulders, especially in the hips. Can you respect the curves of the spine? If we're pushing the back down, we cannot release. So we want the tailbone to get heavy. I have to draw my shoulders in. I actually inch my legs out. Check in with the physical nature of you. Breathe into the wholeness from your head to your feet. Let your awareness scan the whole body. And then we're going to tap into the energy of our heart. Bring your awareness in just to the space behind the heart, in front of the heart, to either side, below it and above it. And just connect to just the faith you hold, the beliefs you're carrying. Restore the hope as you just breathe in. Come back to what you believe, the faith you have, the bigger picture. The sky truly is my altar. I have so much faith in the heavens above. It's the handwriting of God. And the beauty is that we can look at the alignment of the heavens and know that the tension is temporary. And so we might feel hopeless, but we're not helpless. And we call on for greater help. We call in greater support. We call in that highest to guide us and lead us. Big breath in. Breathe into your whole body, your whole being. Big breath out. With harm to none. And then just come into your own experience. What you are feeling. And in that direct experience of you, you may be feeling amazing. You may be feeling agitated. You may feel lost. You may feel confused. You may feel vulnerable. You may need to release tears. This is the healing agent of our practice, is to go deeper into the emotional currents and know that by feeling what we truly feel, we can move through it because we acknowledge it, we own it, we embrace it, and then what happens is we allow it to transform. And by giving ourselves the space to breathe and rest and restore and slow down and pause, we can call on that support that's beneath us and above us, to either side of us, below us, and all around us. We can connect into our whole being and find that our mind can really be the witness that can pull back and hold the vision for us. So just allow yourself to rest, to breathe, to renew. Just as you are, allow for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Just as you are, connect to the expansive nature of your inhale and your exhale. And just as you are, honor all that's being healed and cared for and nurtured in this one breath. Inhaling in and exhaling out. And then attune to the awareness you want to bring forward, that you want to carry with you, and stretch it into your feet and into your hands and up to your head. Adding little movements. Noticing the body, still let the mind be a witness. Stay anchored in the faith of your heart, what you value, what you care for. We're going to roll over to one side, use that arm as a pillow. If you're on your right side, you can take your left hand and hold on to your own liver and just support. This is where we filter a lot of our anger and our frustration. You can do this at night. You can do it in the middle of the day, just holding your right side with your left hand. And then slowly come up seated. Your top hand's going to push into the earth. Stretch the legs out. Keep that gaze inward. Still be that receptive perceiver, that witness. And be aware, sense from the inside out, your inner orientation, your hips, your heart, the crown of your head. We're going to bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the earth, and just pay respect to this journey as an earthling that holds great tension. But I will honor, bring the hands over your heart, that we can honor that we also have the capacity to heal and restore. And that our practice is just one tool of many. But we honor it, we respect it, and we seal in the energy of our time being here. We create a clear boundary of that journey as we rebuild this moment with the breath in and the breath out, so that as we say hello, we can say hello from the truth of our own heart, and know that that truth is the same truth as the light that pours in for each of us and surrounds us and guides us forward. So we say hello, and so it is, in the same breath. Namaste. So from my heart to all of yours, great reverence, great bow to you for finding your way to this offering and being with it and being kind and compassionate to yourself. Whether it's a replay, whether it's live. It is what it is, and so it is.